The Legacy of Charles William Hilton and Jane Carroll McCurtis Hilton. A family story of faith, work, music, love, and legacy. Charles William Hilton was born on March 27, 1939, in the small community of Rose Hill, Mississippi. He was the son of J.T. Hilton and Laureen Morris Hilton, and the fourth of 13 children. From the beginning, Charles was shaped by the lessons, responsibilities, and close bonds of a large family. Life in Mississippi was not easy. In 1947, Charles's father, J.T. Hilton, was murdered, leaving his mother, Laureen, a widow with several children to raise. Through this hardship, Charles learned the value of hard work, sacrifice, and family at an early age. He attended Jasper County Agriculture High School, but he often recalled leaving school early to work in the cotton fields and help provide for those he loved. Even as a boy, Charles understood that caring for family required strong hands, a willing heart, and long days beneath the southern sun. Charles's siblings are Ruby Davis, Ottilie Dukes, Ethel Sally Blankenship, Minnie Campbell, Annie Campbell, Elizabeth Pascal, Kathy Hilton, Mary Bradley, John Wesley Hilton died in infancy, Robert Kennedy, Jimmy Kennedy, and Willie George Kennedy. As Charles grew into a young man, a new and beautiful chapter began. On October 12, 1959, in Rose Hill, Mississippi, he married Jane Carroll McCurtis of Stonewall, Mississippi. Together, Charles and Jane stepped into marriage with faith, determination, and hope for the future. Soon after their marriage, the young couple moved to New Orleans, Louisiana. There, their family grew with the births of Myra, Cassandra, and Charles Leroy. In 1962, Charles moved his young family to St. Louis, Missouri, in search of new opportunities and a place to build a stronger future. In St. Louis, their daughter Marcia was born in 1965, adding another treasured blessing to the Hilton family story. Faith became one of the strongest guiding forces in Charles's life. On September 28, 1962, he was baptized into the Christian faith at New Era Missionary Baptist Church in Rose Hill, Mississippi. From that day forward, his walk with the Lord became central to who he was. Charles was no stranger to hard work. He built a career in construction as a laborer, specializing in concrete and roofing. He became a member of the Laborers International Union of North America, and his hands carried the strength of honest labor. Whether pouring concrete, working on roofs, or providing for his family, Charles showed perseverance and pride in his work. Beyond the job site, Charles had another lively side. He carried a passion for wrestling and performed professionally under the name Black Cat. With courage and charisma, he stepped into the ring and became remembered by those who knew that exciting part of his life. In addition to his work and music, Charles answered the call to ministry. He served as pastor of 2 churches and founded Everlasting Praise Ministries. His desire was to encourage others, proclaim God's goodness, and lead people in faith. On June 28, 2009, Charles was appointed pastor of the tribe of Judah COGIC, where he faithfully served until his health began to fail. His ministry reflected the same devotion that shaped his life from the day of his baptism, a heart committed to God and a spirit willing to serve. Jane Carroll McCurtis Hilton, lovingly known by her grandchildren as Granny, was born on April 23, 1942, in Stonewall, Mississippi. She was the daughter of Leroy McCurtis and Lena Mae Jordan McCurtis. Jane grew up with her siblings, baby Angeline, who died in infancy, Carrie McCurtis Bester, Dennis Jacob McCurtis, Willie Bell McCurtis McG, Sherry McCurtis Bland, and Rita McCurtis Irving. Jane's early life carried hardship. Her parents had a difficult relationship, and for reasons unclear, her father, Leroy, left the home and moved to Clarksdale, Mississippi. Her mother, Lena Mae, was left to raise 6 children on her own. Her mother, Lena Mae, loved singing and was a part of the gospel group the Silver Stars. It was said they recorded a 45% record back in the day. Sadly, in 1951, Lena Mae died of cancer at the age of 32. After her passing, Lena Mae's parents, Abraham and Hattie Bell Jordan, raised Jane and her siblings. Under their grandparents' care, the children were raised in the Church of God in Stonewall, Mississippi, where faith became part of the foundation of Jane's life. Jane attended Stonewall Elementary and high school in Stonewall, Mississippi. From a young age, she showed a strong work ethic. In Stonewall and later in New Orleans, Louisiana, she worked as a cook, waitress, and domestic worker. After moving to St. Louis, Missouri, she became a factory worker at McDonnell Douglas Aircraft. Each job reflected her determination to provide for her family, grow, and keep moving forward. Jane later studied cosmetology and, after graduating, became the first Black cosmetologist to open a beauty salon in University City, Missouri. While managing her salon and raising her children, she continued to dream bigger. She attended Forest Park Community College to pursue a career in nursing, showing that learning and ambition remained important parts of her journey. In the late 1970s, like her mother, Lena May, Jane also shared the love for gospel music by forming the Violinettes with her sisters-in-law, Lee, Sally, Ann, and Liz. Together, they lifted their voices in song, adding another meaningful chapter to Jane's legacy of faith, family, and service. After years of working for others, Jane realized that her greatest desire was to own real estate and build businesses in the healthcare field. Her courage, vision, and entrepreneurial spirit earned her many awards for her accomplishments. Granny Jane's life became a story of resilience, faith, work, and determination. Her greatest motivation was to build a family business so her children would not have to work for anyone else. Together, Charles and Jane built a family whose roots continue to grow. Their children and spouses are Myra and Herman Scales, Cassandra Hilton, Charles and Jeanette Hilton, Marcia and Steve Kyer, Kevin Ellison Sr. Their grandchildren are Reson McAdam, Ashley and Daryl Lee, DeAndre Hilton, Jasmine Hilton, Wesley Isaiah, Kevin and Kelsey Ellison Jr., Morio and Jessica Montgomery, Stokely Ellison, Levi Hilton, Noami Hilton, Kristen Hilton, and Napier Perkins. Charles and Jane's descendants are still growing. Their family continues to carry forward the lessons they lived: faith in God, devotion to family, strength through hardship, pride in honest work, the joy of music, and the courage to dream beyond what others may have thought possible. On Thursday, the 11th of November 2016, at the age of 77, Charles W. Hilton was called from this earthly life to a higher and more peaceful place. Though his earthly journey ended, the story of his life did not. It lives on in the songs he sang, the sermons he preached, the work of his hands, and the family he loved. His name remains connected to faith, family, music, ministry, and perseverance. For those who remember him, Charles William Hilton was more than a husband, father, grandfather, worker, singer, wrestler, and pastor. He was a man whose life left an imprint that continues to this day. The lives of Charles and Jane Hilton tell a story worth preserving. It is a story of Mississippi roots and Missouri growth, of cotton fields and construction sites, of beauty salons and healthcare dreams, of gospel songs and church ministry, of hardship met with faith, and of love passed from one generation to the next. Their legacy is not only found in dates, places, and accomplishments. It is found in the family they built, the values they taught, and the memories that remain alive in the hearts of their descendants. As the family continues to grow, so do the responsibilities and joys of honoring their lives. May this storybook serve as a tribute to Daddy and Mama, a reminder of where our family comes from, and a blessing for those who will carry their legacy into the future.
You really don't know